Hello and welcome. Now, I am going to show you guys that are watching this video. This is on how to understand some fundamentals and how to understand the market. So we're on SQM. Now, this is for free. Of course, you can get the paid subscription, which gives you a lot more information. But for today, I'm going to show you how to read 3 fundamentals that are key to understanding a property market. Now, you have to understand what's happening in the market and looking at data. So we look at previous data and what the current data is at. And so it gives us a bit more of an informed decision. Now, we're looking at Brisbane's market at the moment, and we're looking at stock on market. So this is how much stock is on market and how long it will last. Now, there's going to be stock on market, we're going to be looking at days on market, and we're going to be looking at vacancy rates. Now, you want to see all the 3 trends that I've just mentioned. You want to see a downward trend on all of them. Excuse me. You want to see a downwards trend on all of them. They all relate going down. And when that's starting to happen, a downwards trend on all 3 of those vacancy rates, stock on market, days on market, you're going to see supply versus demand. And now this is where demand is starting to kick in and supply is starting to drop, like we can see right now. So we can look at stock on market here. It's trending down since Brisbane since 2019. Now, I bought a property back in Brisbane in 2019, and it's doing quite well at the moment. And you can see the stock on market is dropping and dropping and dropping. So that was the time to get into Brisbane's market here. Now, you might hear on the news at the moment, we're currently halfway through to 2021, and you're hearing Brisbane's booming and people rushing to Brisbane. Now, the thing is, you've missed the boat because you've missed 2 years of growth there, where you want to be trying getting in around the first year. So you would have tried to get in there 2019 to you say at the start of 2020. Anyway, let's touch on that too much. So we can see this market is trending downwards. We can see, you got listings that are listing over 160 days, 80 days. And then we've got, 90 to 80. Then we've got 60 to 90 and 30 to 60 and then under 30. Now, you can see under 30, it's starting to pick up. It's dominating out of all of them. And that means that listings aren't lasting. They're going very, very quick. So this is something that we look at frequently. Now, let's go to the next indicator that we're going to be going to is vacancy rates. So, are we in Brisbane still? Now we're in Brisbane. We can see vacancy rates have been dropping. And this is a great sign for rental demand to increase. Now, if you remember back, say 2005, to probably even a bit further back, 2003, to where you can see 2007, that's when there was a massive boom in Brisbane. And you look at the rental market, it was dropping. Of course, it came up a bit, and it's come, gone a bit sideways, and then it's gone up a bit, now it's coming back down. All these markets are the same or similar. They all run at different peaks and time and troughs. If you look at Melbourne's market, which I'll give you guys an example. Melbourne's market is starting to increase. And it's gone a bit down, sideways, where we look at Brisbane, it's a little bit different. And you can see now Brisbane is starting to, at the moment, Melbourne's at a 4% vacancy rate, which is very high. We don't look at anything below 2.5. They say the rule of thumb is 3. I like to look at 2.5, 2, just because once you start to hit just over that 2 mark, your rents aren't as competitive. The rents can start to drop. A lot of properties on the market. We can start to see, we're at a vacancy rate of 1.3 in Brisbane, which is great signs. There's some markets that we're looking at for our clients, and if you're watching this video, you'll probably purchase property through us. 0.2%, 0.4%, which is ridiculous. So this is something that we want to correspond with stock on market as well. See, they're both trending down in Brisbane. Now, stock on market, days on market, or total listings. Where's total listings? I think it's not here. Let me go back to the property. Bear with me. So, let's put the right postcode in here. Now, we can see total listings have been dropping. Then we've seen they've come back up, and then they've now decided to drop again. So we had this period here. If you look here, look at the data. This is where you got to start having an understanding. Okay, it spiked back up, and people look at that and they look, the market's going to go backwards now. It was just a certain time of speculation in the market. But this is when COVID started hitting. Things started to release. Of course, around the June time is when, especially Brisbane, their market started opening up. A lot of stock came onto the market. But now you're looking at stock is just dropping. So your days on market here are starting to drop. And all three correlations, days on market, stock on market, we can go off property total listings, it's okay. Vacancy rates, they're all dropping. And this is an indicator and sign that we're looking at, okay, this market is something's starting to happen. Now, there's a lot more to it when it comes to property, but this is one of the microeconomic fundamentals that we need to look at so we understand what is happening in this market. And just play around with it. If you're looking at, certain postcodes, play around with it. We can go to our Melbournes. And we can see the listings are going up, actually increasing. Even though there's a shortage of property all over Australia, but there's listings coming up in Melbourne. So, but then the data, the devil's in the data. So this is where we got to understand, okay, what sort of listings are they? And what I mean by that, what dwellings? Are they apartments? Are they townhouses? Or are they houses? What is coming more on the market? And this can be an oversupply of units or apartments. So that's where I'll leave the video for another time to go through that so you can understand, okay, what sort of dwelling types are, coming on the market. And this can be, a burst of, oversupply of apartments. And then we can look at houses, and houses can be going down the other way, which is a downwards trend as well. So hopefully you got something from this. This is some fundamentals that we look at to educate you guys to understand that looking at data and how to read data, and the data doesn't lie. The all comes down to data, not people, giving their opinion and having no data to back up their opinion. So this is how we look at things. This is how we make a good informed decision. So thank you for watching this video.